Alright, so we're going to start a new chapter in math. And this chapter is going to be about telling time. And the first way we're going to be telling time is by putting things in, it's called sequential order, or an order from first, second, or third. And we've talked about this in reading when we've talked about a story. We've talked about what happens first in the story, what happens second in the story, and what happens third in the story. Other words we've also used with that are first, and instead of second, we use the word next. And then instead of third, we use the word last. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the words first, next, and last. So if you think back to one of our reading lessons, we've talked about what happens to a character first in the story, what happens next in the story, and what happens last in the story. And today our math is going to be kind of similar to things that you've seen us do in reading. And you can also think about our puzzle game that we have for first, next, and last, where the different pieces match up to tell the story. So you want the story to go in order. So for example, if you are making yourself a bowl of cereal for breakfast, the first thing you would do is you would get your bowl. So there's your bowl. It's Mrs. Carmody's bowl. So that would be first. So underneath it, I would write the number 1 for first. Then what you would do with your bowl is you'd have your bowl. And you would have to put some cereal in it. So our cereal will be some black cereal. So there's the cereal. And you would pour some milk. So I'll make my milk carton. So milk carton. And you'd put the number 2 under it for second. And then the last thing you would do, our bowl is orange, Mrs. Carmody, is you have your bowl. With your cereal. That's a short cereal. The last thing you would do with that cereal is you would eat it. So you write a 3 underneath it. So on your sheet today, you're going to see things that are not in order. Mrs. Carmody just did one in order. So we're going to do an example together of one that's not in order. And this example is going to be what you do when you ride your bike. So I'm going to draw a picture. And we'll talk about it in a second. Oh, Mrs. Carmody can't draw that. So instead, we're going to do what you do in the morning at school. That's a good one. So all right, here we go. This one's better. So we have our table with our morning work. We have our backpack in our cubby. And we have Legos on the rug. So let's think back to our normal morning at school. So let's think. You walk in the classroom after you come in from outside. And the very first thing you do, let's think. What is that first thing that we do? That's right. We put our backpacks in our cubbies. So in that picture, I would write the number 1. to show first. And the next thing that we have to do is we do our morning work. So in our table with our morning work, I'd write the number 2. So it's first, next, and then the last thing that we get to do is we get to play with our Legos on the rug or whatever the center is on the rug. So on your paper, you're going to see things that are in different orders. And I want you to pay attention because some of them can be kind of tricky. Look at the pictures and look for the different clues that show you what they're doing and show you which ones would come first, next, and last. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.